Why does the phone keep ringing?
Bro, pick it up.
What do you want? No, I don't want your car insurance. I don't even have a car. I ride a fucking bike.
Wait, ask them if they have they're selling helmets.
Ain't no way.
Hi, my name is Amy.
Hi, I'm Lanan.
And welcome back to Bingeable Beans.
Are you guys ready to stay up all night and talk about when the phone rings?
Ooh. So you just got kidnapped and you're in the car, you're mute. Your kidnapper calls your husband demanding money in return or he'll kill you. Your husband responds, well, call me when there's a corpse.
If I was her, I'd be mad too.
Yeah.
Imagine like you're panicked and then you hear your husband say that. Like, are you gonna come rescue me? You better like come over here right now. That's the very first call that happens, first interaction. This is how the whole show starts off.
Yeah.
Basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Heeju, the main character, she got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first interaction we see between kind of all three of them. It sets the dynamic off. Whenever this whole first half of the show is like focused on them going back and forth, Heeju and Seon.
Uh-huh.
They like go back and forth on these calls,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
And it all started off when this very first interaction, this kidnap, this first call,
Mm-hmm.
that's what like kind of triggered her and made her so upset.
Mm-hmm.
That's why like from there she saw the phone and she took that opportunity.
Yeah. She even made him, the kidnapper, call him back. She was screaming. Even though she was supposed to be mute, she was just like screaming, like, call him back, call him back. And then she like went to call him back. I don't know. This whole thing happened. They got into a car crash. I don't know what happened to him. The car got towed, but she took advantage of the phone that can change like the voice.
Yes.
Yeah. So she took that phone and they keep having these phone calls, except for it's not the kidnapper no more. It's Heeju with the phone.
And me and Amy both had like a different interpretation of these phone calls between Heeju and Seon.
Do you want to tell like what your POV was?
Yeah, so like ever since the first call, how I saw it is like she got angry that like that was his reaction.
Yeah.
And then so she took the phone, and now she's like testing him, seeing what he says. Like she's wanting answers from him basically. Like, why did you act like that?
Mm-hmm.
And like trying to see if he really does care for her or not. Mm-hmm. I think she's testing him throughout the whole time.
When I don't think she was she at one point she did test him, right? Whenever she was like, oh wait, maybe he does like me. In the beginning, I got the impression that she was like fed up with him and fed up with this marriage for 3 years, you know? She's finding out like, dang, he doesn't even want me alive. He wants to see my corpse. Like, oh my God. So she uses that phone, and then in those phone calls, she's like forcing him to get a divorce with her, questioning. I mean, of course, she's like asking him like, bro, just leave her. You want her. You don't even like her. Like, what? And she's like, by tomorrow, by tomorrow. She's not, to me, she wasn't testing in the beginning. She really genuinely wanted a divorce. Until like later on, she was like, wait, like, why is he being so hard-headed? Like, he likes me, you know? And that's when she started asking the questions where, bro, like, why do you like Heeju, which is her? And yeah.
And I think it's from the beginning to already though. That's the thing. Like since their first call, like the first time that Heeju called him using the scam phone, yes, like she's pressuring him, this and that, but that was like to go along with the scam. But then like she got even more triggered whenever he was saying my person. Like, why are you bringing my person into it? Like in her brain, she was like, why are you calling me like my person now? You know, when like he treated her so badly for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I think after that, she wanted to like hear more answers from him, like more of like why, like she's intrigued. Not intrigued. I don't think that's the right word, but it's that got her thinking now. Ever since he started like saying that, and he's like the way he's wording things, and I think maybe like inside of her there's like an ounce of hope that he cares for her, so that's why she's like pushing for it to see that. I don't see it as like she's pushing to make him divorce her, but I see it more as like she's pushing it to get answers from him, to see what he truly says after hearing that. That's how I see it.
I don't even know why she even had an ounce, because I didn't even know why she even liked him.
Yeah,
because he's the only child, right? Yeah, seems like it. But he's like very cold to her, and he's like kind of boring. He kind of looks like he has work done, obviously. Like if you look at his nose, his nose, he just looks like that Oppenheimer. Is that how you say it? That movie, that actor, Cillian Murphy.
Cillian.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy. To me, I don't know why he kind of looks like that.
Bro,
It's the nose.
when Amy said that, that had me dying, because I always thought that like Cillian Murphy, there's something kind of off about him. I think it's because he got work done.
Yeah,
I'm
and there's
pretty
something
sure.
and there's something off with Seon. It's just
And I don't
nose.
know if he had work done or not. I mean, it's Korea, probably. Yeah, I didn't see it as much as she did. Like, I just saw him. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
You're very against, or not against me. You had a very strong opinion about him. And I was like, I mean,
I think because I already didn't like him, and then like he just because I liked the second lead male lead, Sangwoo, because he's like more good looking and he's nice. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I feel like a lot of K-dramas, I feel like I like the second leads more because they're like nicer. Not all the time, but yeah, he's more nicer, good looking. And then there's Seon. He's like so mean and cold.
no,
And
yeah, not gonna lie. Like, no. Yeah, back to Seon. Whenever I first watched the show, like, I started it, I was kind of getting secondhand embarrassment. It's like kind of fair, okay? Because he's like getting scammed. Like, how would he know? But I got secondhand embarrassment because like he's literally like freaking out over these calls, right? He thinks like someone's genuinely scamming him. He's like, oh my gosh, like someone actually like, has my info and stuff. But the whole time it was just his wife.
Lana getting the ick.
No, like, I was like taking a step back, like, yes, obviously, you know, like, how could he know?
Yeah, and it was his wife. Like, yeah, it's the person that's closest to him that's
Like,
giving him.
She's in the room right over there. Like, oh my gosh, she's like tweaking out over it, right? And I'm like, bro, it's not your wife. This is embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm getting the ick.
I don't know. That's just how I saw it. And like the first bit of the show, I was like, oh, it's kind of interesting because like this phone situation going on, but
Yeah.
then like he's just so cold. And even, you know, after their third call, or not the third call, that call where they like, she knows that he knows, and like,
Yeah.
you know, that
Yeah.
call, right?
Uh-huh.
The serious one, right before, like, yeah, the serious one. Even in that one, like, okay, now you guys are going through all these emotions, right? He's like, oh, like basically implying that he likes her. He's like, I will give you the affection, this and that. It's like, why does she like him in the first place? So for her to like be getting emotional, her getting emotional is valid in the scenario, you know what I mean? Because he's been acting so cold to her, and now like he's saying the opposite. So obviously it's like probably confusing, overwhelming for her.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm just like, I don't get the appeal.
Background story is that she's kind of forced to be married. She's like held hostage or something like that. She has to marry this guy.
It's more so like because her mom is very controlling, and it's like she's always trying to please her mom.
Yeah, that's also why she's mute. Because they want to live with this rich family, so they gotta act. Her sister has to be deaf, and she has
no.
Oh.
Her sister, that's not her real sister.
Oh, well, she has to be mute. So then, Heiju has to be mute. So then the family could feel bad for them as they could stay. Anyways, she's forced to marry Seon, and they just coincidentally just liked each other somehow. I don't know how, because she's mute. She doesn't even express emotion. And he's cold, and there's no love language. He's just so mean to her. He's so mean to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that wedding
That goes
clip.
okay, that leads us into freaking Hyuju's character. Because I don't like when K-dramas depict the first lead, the female lead, as this such unlikable, or she's not unbearable unlikable, but there's not like something for us to like.
She could be smart. She could be seen like, oh, she's like, oh, she knows what she's doing. She's like interpreting. She's doing sign language.
And this is not me saying mute people can't be interesting, or anything about mute people. It's her character specifically, because she's just like this lost damsel in distress character.
Ilana is saying that there is interesting mute people out there. They have personality. She's saying that Hyuju
Specifically
doesn't have personality.
At least like so far too, especially if he's like not even talking to her.
Yeah.
In the 3 years of marriage. So it's like,
yeah.
how could you?
It's been 3 years. 3 years.
They've lived on 3 years together like this. That's the part that got me. I'm like, what?
So they like never had sex.
They never even like had a regular schmegler bonding conversation.
Yeah.
Let alone, obviously not.
But 3 years? Dang, they're celibate.
Ain't no way.
Damn. Yeah, she's like, no person. She's like quiet, kept to herself. I mean, we get it because she has to like put up I wouldn't say image, but she's like kind of suppressed. I think that's why she's like no personality. She's like playing in the role so well that she doesn't want to like slip up.
Yeah.
So she's like mute. And like she's like,
and you know, it's probably like her background with her mom. Like she's always trying to please her mom. She's like supposed to sit, not even talk. So just sit still, listen away. That's it. Cause oh my gosh, that reminds me. There was that scene where it was towards the beginning where her mom calls her. She like picks up and her mom's just yapping, and obviously she, even to her mom, she acts like she can't talk.
yeah.
And so, like, she just has to sit and, like, take it all in. All her mom's, like, BS.
Yeah. I hate her mom. So horrible. She was saying that's, like, a typical K-drama mom.
Because, like, all those kind of K-drama moms, they're like, I'm doing it for you. This is for you. Girl, like, she can't even talk.
I know. She didn't even care
what
about...
What kind of life is that?
She didn't even care about her baby daddy.
Yeah.
That was in the... What's it called?
Well, she sent the dad there.
Yeah.
The hospital, yeah.
She didn't even care about his well-being. All she cared about was the fact that they're going to get caught. Like, whenever Seon found out about her dad. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. While we're on the topic of side characters, I would briefly want to mention the Seon's assistant. I still think he's suspicious. Okay, like he's just too nice. He's just too like, yes sir.
My thing is that there was too much camera time on certain people.
But I think it's for a reason though, cause like okay, so yeah, I think the assistant is suspicious, right? But because sometimes, okay, first of all, he's too nice. He says yes to everything, but the camera kind of lingers on him. I think it's on purpose. I don't know. He's just suspicious.
I am suspicious of the other side characters, the second leads, the Sangwoo.
I was gonna say that too. Yeah,
Sangwoo and I forgot his name. The Jisoo lookalike.
Oh, the reporter.
Yeah, the reporter. She thinks that she looks like Jisoo.
She looks a lot like Jisoo.
I actually agree because I didn't think
the lips, especially.
Her side profile.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I think Sangwoo was suspicious at first. Because, like, first of all, like, they're connected to... Because it's like this this orphanage case, right? That they all went to. Like, he went to that orphanage. That's how he knew Hyuju.
Yeah.
And he's just, like, so nice to her. But she's, like, mute. And, like, I don't know. He seems suspicious too, but I think the assistant is the most suspicious. I don't know why. The camera, because like he's like emotionless all the time, and then he's just like, camera lingers on him.
I feel like some people have. Speaking of, so I was like, too much camera time on him, but I was like maybe because like there's not a lot plot, because that's how I felt Oh my god, this is my biggest opinion about this show is that it's so slow and boring. There's a lot going on. It's dramatic, but at the same time not a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's literally just a bunch of phone calls back and forth with Seon and Heeju. But yeah, I was like, maybe because the show's so boring, that's why they're giving side characters like showtime.
No, but yeah, like the phone calls back and forth, bro. I get second embarrassment every single time because like she has to play this role too. I remember the first time she did it, she cringed herself out too. Though.
Oh yeah.
Even herself, because she was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because she was like, you give me money or something. I don't know, but I remember she made a face. She was like, oh goodness.
I think I just skipped through because like this is getting boring, or not boring, redundant.
Yeah. It was more like it got redundant.
Yeah.
Because I think the concept itself, it was like interesting. There's like a mystery going on. Like, who is this kidnapper? Why is it still going on? Because even when like Heeju, it was like taking the phone, going back and forth.
Yeah.
He was still like present.
Yeah.
And doing other things.
And also like her almost getting caught with the phone, like on the phone call.
Oh yeah, that was like another thing going on, and just the whole phone situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never seen that before. Like no character has had to like scam her own husband.
Yeah.
Well, people have scammed their own husband, but not with a phone like this.
Yeah, this is a special case.
Yeah. Who do you think the suspect is, the kidnapper, or do you think it's someone completely different?
I mean, we see the kidnapper. There's like two people working together. There's one with the color eyes, and then the other one's a bomber.
Yeah. I mean, but like, who do you think is related? Like, who's the other person?
There's the other person.
Yeah, the other person that's working with him.
Don't know.
I think it has to be someone that's like connected to them.
I mean, yeah.
That's why like there's so much info.
Yeah. I feel like with like rich people like that, I feel like it's always someone like in a work.
Yeah.
It's always someone like really close to you. And yeah, it ends off with Heeju falling off the cliff.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Because there's a fence too. She did not. Okay, because they were taking a picture, right? And like it was like a bunch of like coworkers. They were all like in her way, but she was like backing up like to the fence, you know, to the edge of the cliff. There was a fence. So she shouldn't have fallen off. Someone pushed her, right? How do you fall over that easily?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's just. I freaking didn't. I don't like her character. She's so pathetic.
Yeah. So
she didn't make a sound when she fell off either.
I know, that was pretty impressive. That was impressive.
No
she
scream,
really
not a squeak.
She really stuck to the character. She played the role even till death. That is crazy. Not death. She didn't die. We know that, but
yeah,
if she could have died.
Yeah.
So as in like she was gonna just take it. She's just gonna accept it. She's gonna be like,
okay, bye.
Actually, she
falls backwards.
Can you say okay, bye?
Yeah,
she used to be like, like, oh,
peace out,
forward, right? So she would just be like what?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Yep.
See you guys next time whenever they finally talk to each other like normal.
Yeah, 406.
Instead of him calling her 406 406. Anyways, it's time for us to go to sleep, unfortunately.
Close your eyes, shut your mouth, choose out, dream.
Okay, bye.
Bye.